Made in Abyss Season 2 Episode 8. And last episode was all about, if I remember correctly, it was all about, basically backstory, a flashback on I would say it didn't give me enough answers. I guess it answered a bit kind of like, what is the thing that the redheaded girl mentioned in episodes at the end of episode 6, that egg thing. And I guess they also mentioned what those egg relics are, because in season 1 they said like around like 40% of all the relics we find are like egg shaped, and we don't know what they are. Are they some type of tool? How do you use them? We don't know. So the previous episode explained to us that those egg-shaped relics are desire wishes, like wish. Okay, what was it? Like wish contraptions that can fulfill your wish. Then there are like different tiers of it. That golden one that Ijimaru, I think was her name, Ijimaru, used to be able to basically give birth. I want to find out, because what I think is going to happen is that the redheaded girl is going to remove it from Ijimaru, and then it's going to doom like the settlers or the Ganja squad, and that is how they all become hollow, and that is why they decided to banish her down there. So maybe she removes it, then they banish her down there, and then they became hollow, and that's why she didn't become a hollow. That's what I think. And I think God, what are they called? The black things that make the equalization. I don't remember what it's called. I think those things are created from the redheaded girl's wish. Like part of her wish. It seems like she has some like ulterior motives right here that are not going to be good for Reg and Rico and Energy. She's like, I don't remember. Nope. Explain to her that you have lost your memories. Oh god, she gonna remove her head? Oh no, she removed her arm. Okay. Eradicate. So, are you planning on killing the hollows, maybe? Because they like ate your babies? And maybe she cannot enter the force field? I'm gonna skip the intro like I always do. Here we go. What's the episode called? Let's just see. The form the wish takes. Yeah, and that's kind of like maybe now we're gonna see maybe what wish did Belef do? Because it does seem like when you use one of these stones, what you wish for, you're gonna get it, but it's not. It's like the monkey's paw. Is that what it's called? Like, be careful of what you wish for, because the form it takes might not be what you want. Vueko. Yumi. I try and get their names stuck in my name. And I recognize Belef, that's very easy. But Vyoko, Irumiyumi, it's pretty hard for it to stick. Like, that's perfect. Oh, Jesus. She's like, wait. Oh, maybe it is. Oh, so it's kind of like they need to be alive when you kill them, or when you eat, like, for it to help. Like she's about to pass out. She's like, oh my god. What, like, is this what we have to do? Like, what have we come to? And now she blames that because she was the one who... And she is also the one who, gave the suggestion of letting her make the wish. Okay. Oh, well, you're getting a hug. There we go. That prevents you from committing suicide. Maybe even like a murder and then suicide. Nah, just be with me. So how did Vueko become, the small thing, what we consider, the princess? Yeah, please let me die. And as things go on, they start praying to her because she's basically like, you know, their lifeblood. And she just keeps getting bigger and bigger, so... Are you gonna take it? The second one? And that kept her alive, basically. I mean, maybe what Iriumi's wish is kind of like being useful. Because I'm a bit lost, actually, right now. And I think that's the whole point. Okay, she can actually move around, it seems. And the remaining survivors are like, let's go after her. And you guys are gonna get picked off. Yeah. And you're traveling up, yes. He's like, nope. Oh. So what are your plans then? Because he said none of the rest of us will do. So you have a plan on like... And that is going to become the, you know, down there is the pit. And is she going to become? So he feels bad about, you know, eating her children. Because, you know, like, it caused her pain. He's like, please, punish me. So, is she going to do it? So, what I feel like is that Iriyumi is gonna become the safe spot. So, oh, that makes sense. Because, and these black things and all that are Iriyumi. And there we go. That's how he became hollow. his desires. Okay. That makes sense then. Because I think I mentioned in the second episode that I found that the water on that looked very like fleshy, and it seemed like it wasn't necessarily like a what's it called? She's not gonna offer up herself. Is he gonna say, well, the eggs only do, you know, your desires? She wants to die. Oh. He's like, nope. So, okay, so he had used. Okay. So she was stuck. But yeah, how did you? But maybe he's like, yeah, but I'm like pure whatever. Because he's like, no, this is our home. So who is the princess then? Is it an aspect of Irumyu? Irumyu? Jak Faputa. Is it an aspect of Irumyumi? Or is it a child of Uruyumi that actually survived? So that is how she got imprisoned. In, you know, Urumyumi's head. What's happening to the second egg? Ah, and that is how Faputa was born. Your child. Yeah, your final child. Hmm. I mean, makes sense. Like, these people in there killed all my former siblings, that even though she didn't know them, and basically had made my mom into like parasites. Yeah. Man, I hope she learns that you don't need to fulfill your mother's wish. It is your life, you know. If your wish is to fulfill it, sure. But I don't think you should sacrifice your own happiness. Oh, and these are all her children. Alright. Oh yeah, she was telling them a story. Jesus. So maybe like 2 whole episodes were her telling Rico and these two the story. So what does that mean? By destroying the village. Then, yeah, like, what is your wish? Like, oh, I haven't thought about it. And is that be with Iriyumi or... Okay, you don't want to forget about her. Alright, that was episode 8. Another setup episode. But, it was good. I will say we've gotten like 3 episodes in a row now just blasting us with like a backstory. Yeah, and I mean I got my answers now. So I do think they did a really good fake out in a previous episode when they showed, you know, Faputa and then transitioning into Iriyumi. When that happened, I was like, oh, come on. We can tell that it is Iriyumi. You don't need to do that fake fade in, you know, to be like, oh, it's her. Like, obviously it's her. But it wasn't her, so that's why they did it. You know, to basically trick you. So that people like me will be like, oh, come on, it's fucking obvious. Like, do you think we're fucking stupid? The answer is yes. They do think you're fucking stupid. And they are correct. So. Yeah. So is the thing that was hanging there and was dripping blood, is that maybe Iriyumi's heart? That is one of the sages that is still alive. Their return. I'm going to watch the next episode immediately after this. Because I can't just leave this right here. So the return of Faputa is what I guess. Maybe she's gonna find a way in to the village with the help of Reg. Maybe Reg can, you know, blast a hole. But then again, would he want to do that? Because, I mean, that is... maybe, yeah, that's what he would. Because Ijimaru Faputa is like, you know, the whole point is to destroy the village. At first I thought I was just to kill the villagers. But no, it's both, I think. Destroy the villagers and the village. Because the villagers gave up their body to Ijimaru, right? And I think the bodies that they have are like... And also maybe one of the reasons why they cannot leave the village is because they're... Well, no, it doesn't make sense. They probably can leave the village. It's just that it's very dangerous for them. I was gonna go like, maybe they can't leave the village. But then we saw Waki, like the prophet guy. He did leave the village and go down to that pit. So maybe you can do that. And that is technically still in the village. Because, I mean, like I said, that pit there is basically her head. And I was thinking that the thing that was suspended in the air and was dripping blood, maybe that's her heart. As far as we know, they've used at least 3 golden eggs on Ijimaru. My guess is there's probably more than 3 eggs that have been used. It's just that the last egg, or the 3rd egg, was used to create Faputa, you know, the princess, the child that actually survived more than a day. Yeah, a great episode. That actually answered stuff, but also left like new questions popping up, like, oh god. How are they... Oh yeah, well, Reg did get the arm from Faputa. But I wonder how the villagers' fate is gonna end up. I'll talk a little bit more about this at the beginning of episode 9.